Hey guys, how's it going? It's Baggins here. Now, a question you guys leave in the comments pretty often, or a suggestion, is, hey Baggins, could we see you play another game? Are you interested in any other games? And sometimes you ask it in a pretty nice and polite way, and sometimes not so much. But generally, my answer to this question, whether it's just in my head or I actually type out a response, is not really. There's not many other things that are out there right now that I'm interested in, until I was contacted by the developers of this new game that I'm about to show you guys. So this is a sponsored video, and you might say, well, Baggins, of course you're going to be interested in it then. But genuinely, had I have learned about it through some other way other than the sponsor, I think I'd still be hyped for it. But the fact that I'm being sponsored to make this, and I'm also very hyped for the game, is an awesome combo. So the game is called Hunter's Arena. Now, it's being made by a development studio called Mantisco Games, who are a relatively new studio company, but they're making a Battle Royale game. But rather than just like the generic Battle Royale that we've seen so many times over, they're going for more of the MMO, RPG, MOBA style of a Battle Royale, which, as you guys know, I'm a pretty big fan of. Some of the other games that we play on the channel often incorporate those elements pretty heavily. Now, I don't actually have any gameplay to show you guys today in the form of me actually playing. Hopefully that's something that we could do at some point in the future of the channel. If you are interested in the game, make sure you check out the link in the description down below. There's a lot more details there. You can find their website and look how you can sign up. You can also add the game to your wish list on Steam. It's sort of something that I've been encouraged to do and something that I've done myself anyway. But yeah, we have a 60-player Battle Royale, so not 100, 60 players in this one. The map is relatively large compared to other Battle Royale games, and it's got a heavy focus on like close quarter combat, so melee with swords and shields and maces and all kinds of cool weaponry like that. Now, where some of the MMO RPG elements come in, and when I say MMO RPG, I mean like World of Warcraft and stuff like that, you actually level up your character throughout just playing one round. And as well as there being other players inside the Battle Royale arena, there are also PvE aspects in terms of like mobs or creeps or monsters, whatever you want to call them. So they actually say there's going to be around 10,000 monsters on each map, which is a crazy amount of monsters. And you'll be fighting those monsters in order to level up, get better gear, get money, and then use that money to buy stuff from the shop. So there is also a merchant sort of shop in the middle of the map as well. So very cool, very MMO twist to a Battle Royale. It's going to be interesting to see how it actually plays out in the game. It does use the Unreal 4 engine, so the graphics are going to be pretty nice looking, as you can already see from some of the trailers and the footage that they've sent me. Now, some of the stuff is cinematic and it's not actual gameplay. Others obviously is gameplay, but either way, I think we can both agree that it does look pretty nice. Now, the game also uses horses or mounts as a way to move around the map. So those of you who have seen some of my other content on the channel will know that using a mount in a Battle Royale is something I'm a big fan of. You can tame ones in the wild, or you can also just go to the shop/merchant and buy a saddle, which will allow you to summon one. From the notes I have, it also says you can use gliders to move around the map, sort of like Breath of the Wild style, which sounds incredibly fun. The map features different biomes, so we got lava fields, snowy areas, forests, and deserts. And as I say, it is a pretty big map as well. They say it's roughly 2 square kilometers, which I don't really know what that means exactly in terms of size, but seeing as you have to get around on either a horse or a glider, and all the combat is close quarters, there's not really that much in the way of range weaponry or guns. I think it is going to feel pretty epic traversing around the map, and also the fact that they've got room for 10,000 monsters in there as well. It's going to be a pretty big area. In terms of can you play this with friends, like is it squads, is it solos, is it duos? So they said from the start it's going to have a trio mode in it, so you can play with groups of 3, or you can play solo. So we have a solo and a trio mode like we have in some other Battle Royales out there, and it also features a resurrection system, which honestly I'm a fan of. I know you could be said like, oh, what a copy, this, you know, this game's got the resurrection and this game's got the resurrection, but I think it makes the game more fun. If you get knocked out, there is a chance that you could come back when you're in a team form. Obviously, I'm gonna assume that only works in trios and not in solos, but yeah, there is a specific spot, or maybe multiple specific spots on the map where you can resurrect your teammate. There's also a day-night cycle as well, which is pretty interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that in a Battle Royale before, but during the nighttime, monsters will become more aggressive, so that's gonna add an interesting twist to the gameplay. As I mentioned earlier on before, you can level up your character throughout one round, so I think you go up to level 30. Leveling up does make your character stronger, but it doesn't guarantee that you're gonna win a fight. From the notes they give me, they said that a level 30 character won't necessarily be able to beat like 3 level 15 characters. It's not as if like level is everything, but it will make your stats stronger and give you more health overall. Speaking of health, the time to kill in this game is pretty slow, so you won't just be able to 3 or 4 shot somebody. It's going to be quite a combination of abilities and swings of your weapon in order to be able to take somebody out. So as a result of that, the skill ceiling to this game is very high, as they say. No just randomly getting 1 shot. On the topic of the skill of the game, they also say that there's going to be a ranking / elo system. So at the end of each season, you'll be giving a rank, and that will determine how the matchmaking places you. So going forward, you won't be a new player playing against pro, super veteran, experienced players. You should be playing against relatively other new players as well. And they also say from the start, there'll be up to a selection of 10 or more characters at the release. And the plan is to have the alpha, so the start of the game, out for the start of Q4 in 2019, which I think is pretty soon. So it may not be that long until we can actually have some of me playing the game on the channel. But yeah, that's just a few snippets and things to look forward to from Hunter's Arena. Like I say, if I get more footage in the future, or if I'm actually able to play that game myself, I'll definitely be down to make a video for you guys to show you guys the gameplay. This is something that I'm very, very excited for. I've played a few of the battle royales that have MMO elements with the mounts and with, you know, forging or crafting, but never being able to actually buy stuff from like a shop in the game using currency that you get from monsters. It sounds a lot of fun, I'm not gonna lie. Being somebody that's played a bit of the World of Warcraft Classic lately, but you know, taking elements of that and taking elements of other MOBAs and sort of smashing it into a battle royale and then sticking to that formula rather than sort of watering it down and favoring more around the weapons. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be interesting to see how it plays out. Like I said, guys, if you are interested in checking out more info about the Hunter's Arena, I'll put a link in the description down below. You can go find their website there. Make sure you add it to your Steam wish list. Currently, I think it's just planned to be out on PC. I'll have to get more word about console. I know a lot of you guys in the comments play on console, so I'll see if I can get any word of when this game, if this game will be coming to console in the future. And just once again, I want to say thank you to the developers for sponsoring this video. I am legitimately excited for this game. I'm looking forward to making some videos and playing it on the stream and just playing it in general. It sounds pretty cool. And as always, guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you go ahead and click the like button. If you want more content from me, whether it's this game or any other game in the future, make sure you go ahead and click subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.